Okay, what I'm going to show you here is pretty interesting. This map is designed by Planned Parenthood. I'll have a link to it if you want to check it out. And basically, this tells you which states will have abortions, which ones won't. And it basically tells you what's going on and tells you why they're so paranoid. Anything in black is a definite no. You can't get an abortion there. Okay, red, you're probably not going to go there, but a lot of these reds are going to change to black, probably within the next month. Okay, so that's a lot of black. Now, California, the pink, is where you can go and get it. And, there's a little bit of pink here on this side, a little bit of pink here. We even got Illinois. So if you're in Tennessee, you're probably going to go to Illinois. If you're in Texas, you're probably going to go to New Mexico. But what's interesting about this is, I click VA, for example, and when I come down here, it says parental consent means that the parent or parents must give permission, usually written, to the minor to have an abortion. That's the way it should be for everything, no? The way I think it should be. So then if I pull this up again, and now we're going to go to California, okay? Look at this. The following abortion restrictions are currently in effect in this state. There's no restrictions at all. Nothing. Do you know what that means? That means a 14-year-old could walk in and get an abortion, and if you're a parent of a 14-year-old, you'd never know. How is that right? I'm looking at that and I'm just going, that's crazy. And it's really messed up. Now, if we look at this down here, and let me pull up this other screen for you. I don't know why I did that. Okay, so we're back here. Now, these are Democratic control, Republican control. And this is pretty interesting. Okay? The states in red are Republican. So let's have a look at Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas City. Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas City. Look at that. Let's check out Kansas City. While abortion is legal in this state, many state restrictions that make abortion difficult to access. You gotta wait 20 weeks. There's insurance restrictions. Gotta have the parent sign. You gotta jump through hoops there, right? So, that means Republican states, if we look at down here, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, all Republican. Look, California, Nevada, Oregon, Washington, Democrat. Look. It's really looking like no abortion is Republican. Yes for abortion is Democrat. And that's what it looks like what's going on. So in a way, from what I'm seeing from these two maps, is if people just vote Republican, abortions will be gone. If people vote Democrat, abortions are coming back. So this looks like it stands to reason that it was going to happen. And Donald Trump was, on the right route here is what he was doing. You get a couple of these other states flipping over to Republican, which in turn want to keep our guns, where the Democrats don't. I mean, it puts an end to everything. So some people would even go as far as saying Democrats are like an evil seed. I mean, as soon as I seen, California and these places do not require any parent to sign. And I was like, are you kidding me? Can you imagine your 14-year-old girl Says I'm sleeping over at my friend's house for a couple days, or I'm going camping with her parents, or whatever. And next thing you know it, she's had an abortion behind your back and you don't even know. And at the same time, you can't even trust parents anymore. Because imagine if the 14-year-old says, well, we're going to go camping for a couple of days. Is that okay? And they know about the abortion, but nobody's told you. So they sit back and say, oh, yeah, we'll smooth that over. Not a problem. And the next thing you know, you meet them and they say, oh, yeah, we're going camping. We're going to have a good time. And they lie to you. Your 14-year-old girl runs off and gets an abortion. You didn't even know. I mean, that's kind of spooky, isn't it? So you would think if abortion is going to be legal and a person is underage, they would have to have parent consent, period. When did companies like Planned Parenthood in these places all of a sudden take control of your family? This is really messed up. So it's almost looking like you're not voting for just about anything no more. It looks like when it comes time to vote, if you don't want abortion, you're going to vote Republican. If you do want abortion, you're going to vote Democrat. And that is quite interesting. But what's even more weirder when you take a look at this, okay? How can this many Republican states be out of control with so many things they want? Like, this doesn't make sense to me. When people say it's fixed, I don't know, it kind of looks like it is, doesn't it? Because, I mean, if you got that many Republican states, you would think people love Republican, they would have re-voted Trump back in. Because it doesn't look like very much owned by Democrats, so this ain't making a lot of sense to me. I don't know. But this abortion thing might very well just kick off the Republicans having the power. Never mind high gas prices and inflation and everything. It looks like Republicans are coming in the office. Because if I had kids, I wouldn't be voting Democrat. There's no way. It looks like they're out of control. Not especially when they're sticking their nose into my kid's business. Hey, that's just me. Anyhow, that's what I noticed. I'll have links to these two links. You can check them out yourself. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.